Hi, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ring Wars. I'm T-Rock Plutonium. Here we go. TNA Abyss is going to get unmasked by Eric Bischoff because he didn't use the baseball bat on Mick Foley. But then Hogan stepped in, and then apparently he gave Abyss a ring, the Hogan ring, the ring of power that gives him all the power. This is the match for March 8th, for Monday night, when TNA moves to Monday. It's going to be Hogan and Abyss. Hogan's going to step back into the ring versus Ric Flair and AJ Styles. Now, what's going to happen, Hogan's going to turn heel. On the Monday, he's fighting Vince. But again, Beer Money had a match. They got some new person in the X Division, apparently from the WWE. I've never heard of him, so it didn't really matter. And you know what? That's all, TNA. I'm sorry. But this week, WWE kicked your ass. Alright, so here we go with the Elimination Chamber from the WWE, the pay-per-view last night. And the first Elimination Chamber match, John Cena beat Triple H. Bam. Alright, and in that match, also, Cody Rhodes passed a metal pipe to Ted DiBiase, who then accidentally hit Randy Orton over the head and pinned him. John Cena beat Triple H in a submission move. He won the title, the WWE Championship, and then Vince McMahon comes out and says that Batista took care of Bret Hart, made a deal with Vince, and he got the title shot whenever he wants, and he got his title shot right at the Elimination Chamber, right after John Cena. And Batista then became the WWE Championship. The night progressed. No other titles changed hands. The Ladies' Championship did not get decided. It was going to be decided tonight on Monday night, and it did. And the second Elimination Chamber match, Undertaker came down to the ring fast. You know why? Because he got burned. That's right. He burned his face and his arms, and during the show, the referee had to keep pouring water, give him water to pour on him, and reportedly after the match, he was pissed. The Undertaker was pissed and angry. I don't blame him. He got burned. He stepped in his own pyro, but maybe that's his fault. And the chamber doors wouldn't close. The Undertaker was about to beat Chris Jericho when Shawn Michaels popped out from underneath the ring, super kicked his sweet chin music to the Undertaker, and Chris Jericho became the World Heavyweight Champion. Amazing. And that's how that ended. Now, SmackDown, I don't care, right? The reason I don't care about SmackDown is because it was leading up to the Elimination Chamber. We found out that, Edge wants to fight Jericho if he could, if Jericho wins, and, people came out, and nothing of importance happened. And if anything did, I'm sorry. But on Raw, we got the answers, and the Elimination Chamber, we got the answers. Raw, a lot of stuff to talk about. First of all, this week, Jewel was the host. They had a bull riding competition. Interesting, but stupid. Santino didn't make an appearance, so wonder where he is. Chris Jericho came out in the beginning. Then Edge came out, speared him, and said, hey, I'm going to wrestle you. So Edge made his choice, so it's going to be Edge versus Chris Jericho for the Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. We found out the first entrance in the Money in the Bank ladder match, because Christian came over from ECW, which is now NXT, won the qualifying match to be in Money in the Bank. And Christian is an expert on these ladder matches. Look for him. He is the favorite. Look for him to win it. Bret Hart is coming back next week, and we're going to hear from him, because Vince invited him back. We're going to hear from him and hear how he's doing after his broken leg. That's right. Apparently he had a broken leg. That's what we learned on SmackDown. Randy Orton teamed up with Legacy against Kofi Kingston and the other guy, Evan Bourne, and some Asian dude. And then Randy turned on Cody, and then DiBiase gave him an RKO. So next week it's going to be Randy Orton versus Ted DiBiase. Ted DiBiase is turning face. Now, what we know for WrestleMania, this is a scoop. It's going to be Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes versus Ted DiBiase with their fathers in their corner, because Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. Then we found out that Shawn Michaels called out The Undertaker. They went at it in the ring, and Shawn Michaels will have his match at WrestleMania with The Undertaker. It's the streak versus Shawn Michaels' career. That was the stipulation. I thought it was going to be a Hell in a Cell. It should be a Hell in a Cell. The Divas Championship, Maurice beat Gail Kim. And then Vince said John Cena came out at the beginning of the show, and he said that he wanted his rematch now. And Vince said, if you could beat Batista, tonight you can have the match at WrestleMania. If you lose, you have to beat Sheamus. So all through the end of the night, we finally get to the match, and they're about to wrestle, and the bell rings, and then Batista low blows John Cena and gets disqualified. Cena wins. That's the match at WrestleMania. Cena and Batista for the WWE Championship, and Batista just hit John Cena with so many chair shots. And I don't know. I mean, is he going to wrestle? John Cena has a bulging disc. And Shawn Michaels, I think his career is going to end. I think he's going to lose to The Undertaker. The streak is not over yet, unless The Undertaker loses, because he's very injured. So WrestleMania is lining up as this. John Cena versus Batista for the WWE Championship. Chris Jericho versus Edge for the World Heavyweight Championship. Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker in a career versus streak match. Money in the Bank ladder match with Christian as being the first participant. And a gimmick match with Cody Rhodes, Ted DiBiase, and Randy Orton with their respective fathers in their corner. And I'm thinking it's still going to be Vince McMahon versus Bret Hart. Or Vince McMahon is going to be in Batista's corner and Bret Hart is going to be in John Cena's corner, or a special guest referee, or something like that. But that's how that's going. And tomorrow, or tonight, whenever you're watching this, or yesterday, NXT is going to debut. And we found out that NXT is 8 superstars and 8 unknowns together, mentoring. The superstars are mentoring the unknowns. It's going to be a reality show. So look for that. It's going to be real good. Yes, this week, WWE, you kicked the crap out of TNA. TNA doesn't get, I'm a WWE fan. Right? I've been since Saturday Night Main Event. I've been there since the beginning. Since Orndorff screwed Hogan. I've been there. I was there with Cyndi Lauper time after time. Alright, so I'm going to see you guys next week. More on the upcoming Monday night matchup. Question of the week. Here's the question of the week. Who do you think is going to win? Shawn Michaels or The Undertaker at WrestleMania? Who do you think is going to win? The streak or the career? T-Rock Plutonium. Why? Because that's what makes time travel possible. That's the bottom line, because T-Rock said so. See you guys next week.